I call the Honourable Nikki Kay.
Mr Chair, I'm pleased to take a second call. I want to start by saying and reiterating what I said before. If you consider this is about the flag, then we are actually not dealing with what is the most important issue, which is who we are, what we stand for, our nationhood, and New Zealanders having a democratic vote, which is part of the purpose of this bill. Just want to address Phil Goff's issue that he raised around the timing of this referendum. Actually, I think the Select Committee did consider this. The Electoral Commission did recommend, I think in 2011, that referendums were not held at the timing of a general election. My understanding is some of the complexity and cost does not go away if they are held at a general election. But I want to cover five issues that have been covered in this debate that relate to the purpose of this bill. The first is it costs too much. Well, actually, referendums cost a lot of money. It costs money to give people a vote. And would members opposite actually say that they are anti-referendums because that's what it costs to hold a referendum and give people that vote? Phil Goff has just said and admitted that they actually do agree with the fact that it should be a referendum. We saw in the Labour Party policy, very clearly outlined on their website, New Zealanders can Google that right now, Labour Party policy, that they believe we should consult on the flag. Andrew Little is on record saying it should be via referendum. In terms of it costing too much, well, we saw under the last Labour government what they did with the Privy Council. Constitutional issue of nationhood, never campaigned on it, came in, bowled the thing. Actually, we disagree with you on an issue of nationhood, it should go to a referendum. When you come to the issue of the timing, well, I've said before, I think actually what this is about is it's all very well and good for these guys to stand up and say, the Labour Party to say, we are going to campaign on consulting on the flag. Their leader, well, they're not their then leader now, it's hard to keep up with the Labour Party, to say we believe in referendums, but then you come into this House, and the reason it's not good timing is actually the issues of a multicultural, open nation, which relate to things like housing, immigration, and trade. They cut to the heart of those issues, are the issues, the exact issues that the Labour Party do not want to be talking about right at the moment. In terms of the process, let's come back to the purpose, and let's talk about the process. As I've said before, on an issue like this, it is very important. We've never as a country in 100 years had the ability to have a vote, that we do actually have a vote, and actually it's not appropriate that politicians decide. It's appropriate that it actually goes to a vote. Secondly, in terms of the process, we've heard a range of things around, spending $7 million on the question of should we have a change. It is different in terms of our electoral system and the vote that happened there. People were very clear about the options before they had that opportunity to have a question. We've had thousands of flags out there. I'm in and out of schools, and the whole issue of the fact that people have not participated in this is absolutely wrong. It is absolutely wrong that people can argue in this House that people have not been participating in this debate. That shows very clearly that certain members in this House do not understand the modern world. They do not understand that there are a group of New Zealanders that will turn up to public meetings, but more and more there are an increasing number of New Zealanders, as we saw with this process, I think over 800,000 people being involved online looking at those flag designs. So from our perspective on this side of the House, it is important, it is timely as a nation to consider who we are. It cuts to the very heart of trade, of housing, of immigration. We've never had a vote as a nation. It's time for us to have our vote. Our side of the House are going to ensure that New Zealanders get that vote. We are very confident of the process. If you're going to have a referendum, it's going to cost an amount of money, and we're going to give New Zealanders that opportunity.